Barcelona have just cruised, brutalizing Mallorca in their first opening game of the La Liga eSports season by 3-0, fam. It was a LAMINE YAMAL show. It was a red card saga. It was La Liga referees' poor decision-making coming back from last season into the new season, fam. Getting all of us so frustrated, but we are going to talk about the game. Let's look at what Hansi Flick brought to the table today in terms of lineups. We have the new signing, Joan Garcia, on goal. Inigo Martinez left, so we have Ronald Araujo and Pau Kubasi as center backs, Balde on the left, and Eric Garcia on the right as a right back. Then the two pivots, Frankie de Jong and Pedri, and in front as an attacking mid, they brought in Fermin Lopez. Striker today, there was no Lewandowski, so he brought in FERRAN, TORRES, and then the two wingers, RAPHINHA and LAMINE YAMAL. Bro, and I'm not really going to go into details about the Mallorca lineup. This team doesn't really impress me in the way they play football. But we had MURIQI over there, and then the other guy that took a red card as well, which I'm going to talk about, fam. And the first goal came in pretty much within the first 10 minutes of the game. Beautiful, beautiful cross from LAMINE YAMAL to find RAPHINHA at the back of the defense line, which to me is absolutely poor defending, man. That's why I'm not too excited about other La Liga teams this season, because nobody's doing anything, fam. And it was just an easy go through for RAPHINHA, who beautifully placed it inside for the first goal with a nice header. And throughout the game, throughout the first 15 minutes, is Barcelona that kept banging in. I mean, these guys, Mallorca, they are playing, their game plan for this game was obvious, man. Everybody was looking for MURIQI at that 9 position, relying completely on his strength to take off the defenders and maybe whip a pass to the wingers along the flanks. But this was beautifully understood by Ronald Araujo, which I never praised at all. But in this game today, I think he did pretty decent. But Barca fans, don't get this wrong, yeah? You guys didn't face any opposition, let's be honest. I want to see a real opposition within or throughout the season that is going to test your defense. And let's test the mentality of Araujo and Kubasi and Eric Garcia as a right back. He didn't face any winger at all. But that notwithstanding, bro, let's talk about the second goal, man. The second goal was so controversial. The second goal, what is the referee doing at that position? The goal came in for FERRAN TORRES, but before the goal, there was a strike from LAMINE that hit the head of the Mallorca defender, and he fell to the grass, fam. He fell on the floor. And what took off the defenders was the fact that the referee took the whistle and he put it straight in his mouth, as if he was trying to blow. I mean, bro, in football, we all know, yeah, if there's any suspicion of a head injury, the referee has to blow the whistle to stop the game and the player has to be checked. So he initiated like the whistle going into his mouth to blow up, and he didn't blow, fam. This is exactly what confused the Mallorca defenders, and everybody was left standing and hanging like, ref, what are you doing, brother? And FERRAN TORRES just took in the opportunity and banked in the second goal. And bro, to my greatest surprise, that goal was awarded. Like, it was validated, bro. Are we really going to get all this shit from La Liga last season into the new season? This was basically the first game of the season, and I'm already disappointed, fam. I'm already super disappointed. And at this point, the game was ruined. The game was ruined at this point. It was 2-0 down within the first 30 minutes. And as if that was not enough, this bum of a guy called a referee, he went ahead to award a very, very stupid red card, if you ask me. One of Mallorca's midfielders, man, I don't even know how to put this, but he got the first yellow at the start of the game for protesting, yeah? And then he tripped LAMINE YAMAL later on, and this guy gave him a second yellow, man. Like, you guys should tell me, is that supposed to be a red card in such a game at that point, where Barca is taking whole control of the game? There was no threat at that point. I mean, it was so unnecessary, if you ask me. That is never a red card. Yeah. And just few minutes, this guy awarded 2 red cards in 5 minutes, fam. Mallorca's best player, if you ask me, MURIQI, I'm not even going to debate on that second yellow. It's a red card, if you ask me, because he was frustrated, fam. He was frustrated. He went towards Joan Garcia, and you could see the boot right in his face. That was clear. There's absolutely no way I'm going to sit here and pretend like that was of some form of cheating or stuff like that. But if you ask me, yeah, that was out of frustration. And with such a frustration, you have to leave the field, man. You have to leave the pitch as soon as possible. There's no way I'm going to sit here and not call a spade a spade. The second red card was well deserved, but that first one, bruv, it was absolutely madness. Talk less of the numerous yellow cards this bum gave throughout the game. I can't believe this agenda is leaving the last season, getting into the new season. But at that point, man, that was pretty much it for the first half. And everybody was frustrated. The Mallorca manager was super frustrated at the touchline. He was awarded a yellow card by this bum, of course. Come on. At halftime, I mean, we were expecting Barca to bang in like 6 or 7 more goals due to 2 men down. Mallorca. But unfortunately, these guys were just out here tripping, fam. What are you guys even doing? Hansi Flick brought in Rashford. He brought in Dani Olmo to replace Fermin Lopez. He brought in a few players. He brought in Koundé and the rest. But they were basically just, I don't know, man. The game kind of slowed down at this point. And LAMINE, RAPHINHA, I mean, they tried to get in a third goal for a very, very long period of time, but it was not coming through. The post was hit by RAPHINHA in one instance. Dani Olmo also had a huge chance. He hit the post as well during the second half around the 70th minute. And it was just tempers flaring up, man. The fans were super disappointed in Mallorca, bro. I mean, this is not even me trying to like make a head watch video or something like that, but that refereeing decisions was absolutely madness. This is already giving me signs that throughout the La Liga season, I'm going to get a lot of games that are going to be disappointing to us, fam, because of these type of referees that are still present in La Liga at this point. But that was pretty much it for the game. Barca was dominating, of course. Mallorca had just 8 players left on the field, so their formation was basically 4-4. I mean, how can you attack with such a formation? And towards the last minute, it was basically the last minute, and the third goal came from LAMINE. Of course, he's been trying to get the third goal throughout the game, and he came beautifully. Took off these guys, man. These guys are not even defenders. They are probably strippers, if you ask me. How do you defend an attacker in such a way like that? I mean, there's absolutely no defense in Mallorca, fam. And I have Barca fans who are going to be crazy like, bruv, we defeated Mallorca 3-0 in our first La Liga game. Bruv, you guys didn't face any opposition. Eric Garcia, as a right back, wasn't tested. There was no winger as a threat to him. MURIQI, it was not even because of his red card. But before his red card, Barca had scored 2 goals already. There was no threat to Araujo. There was no threat to Kubasi. And Balde didn't face any instance in the game where a winger faced him in a one-on-one situation and took him down. The midfield was completely outclassed. There was no creativity at all. And this got ruined by the 2 red cards this bum of a referee awarded in this match. Bro, and that is pretty much it for me. I mean, the only thing I can tell Barca fans is don't be excited, fam. You guys weren't tested today. Everybody knows that in La Liga this season, the 2 teams that have stacked up in terms of their squad depth is Real Madrid and Barcelona. Atletico Madrid might be trying, but they themselves, bruv, they are shit to me. La Liga is not even interesting to me at this point, fam. Look at what the Premier League is doing. These guys are banging in good deals, good businesses, players coming in, players leaving. Who are the top players that La Liga has signed this season? If you take out Real Madrid and Barcelona, the other clubs, the other 18 clubs, fam, basically nothing. And the league president, Tebas, is always on Twitter all day long with his phone tweeting rubbish, fam. How many league presidents do you see in a day tweet? Like, this guy makes like 1 million posts in a single day, yapping about rubbish, fam. He should be one of the cleaners back in the dressing room and not a league president, if you ask me. And that is why the league is crashing out day in, day out. If it's not Real or Barca that is playing, bro, I'm not excited to watch any La Liga game, fam. To be honest, this is quite disappointing to me. And most disappointing because this was the first game of the season for Barca and Mallorca. And this is already happening, fam. 2 red cards in the first half of a game. 1 deserved, 1 not deserved. Numerous yellow cards given for no good reason. There's a ball where at Barca's post, an attacker tripped in. He tripped Balde, and this bum came straight away from midfield and awarded him a yellow card for no good reason, man. There was no threat at that point. It's not even on the opposition side of the field. These are basics, fam. Even a newborn baby will know that you don't give a yellow card for such a thing. In football, you don't do that. You get, but always it's positive for Barca. They got their 3 points away from home in their first La Liga game. And I have a lot of things that I took away from this match. I don't want to say Barca is good, bro. I'm not going to say that. Everybody knows they are good, but from this game, we all know Mallorca is trash, fam. From last season getting into this new season, they've not done anything exceptional to build up their team. So, yeah, we're looking forward to the game. Madrid is going to have our first game on Tuesday, and your boy is going to be here to react to everything that goes on. You know, bro, we're pulling up in white on that day, and I'm going to be giving you my analysis, how we are going to terminate, brutalize, and assassinate Osasuna at the Bernabeu, fam. And that was it for me. That is just my reaction, bro. This referee just, I mean, he was on my nerves, fam. I'm not even happy about this reaction, but it's all love. And that's it for your boy. If you do enjoy the video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys on Tuesday. Peace.